What's happening? AndyKapt20. Wee bit more refreshed. I've had a sleep, had a bit of time to chill. I'm going to do a video. So, if anybody's not seen my last video, I pretty much rage quit for about 24 hours, never done anything. I done my 4th round of Q school. So, if you don't know, Q school's your kind of entry into the TGCTours kind of tour system, if you want to call it that. It's like you get a card and you play in tournaments based on your own play. So I wasn't expecting to get a good score. I didn't play well for 3 rounds, and then the 4th round entered and I accidentally entered with beginners clubs. So I played the first hole, changed it halfway through the first hole, didn't make a difference, had to finish the hole. So I've since been voided off. A couple of emails back and forth with the guys over at TGCTours, and honestly, 10 out of 10. Those guys are on the ball. They email me straight away, says there's a problem, it's been voided, this is what the problem is, this is how you fix it. And within an hour of me emailing them, telling them what the problem was, because they've probably got guys in there who try fly and they try and go in and do things that I've done accidentally, but I says, look, I've got video proof that it was accidental. I was recording a video. They knew who it was, they understood what it was, and the guy says, no, don't worry about it. It happens a lot. So anyway, voided it off. I've now re-registered, not for next week's event, because I think next week's some black course, which Celtic Wolf gave me the heads up, cheers mate, to tell me that it's probably not worthwhile getting into that one, right? So I've now registered for the event the week after. I can't remember the exact dates. I'll maybe post it out. Whether or not I'm going to do it as videos, I don't know yet. If you guys want to see me going back to do round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, let me know. If not, I'll maybe just post round 4 and just say this is a wee recap at the beginning. I don't know. So let me know anyway. Give me some updates. I've got a wee recliner chair, so I'm just going to hit the wee button, get these pins up in there, and you'll see me disappear. There we go. There we go. Right, so hope everyone's good anyway, and I'm hoping we're all trying to keep as sane as we can. Talk of golf courses opening up and things like that. I don't know if many actually play golf. I do, so I'm not going to be going out. I'll be straight up, I'm not going to be going out. If the simple fact there's going to be hardly a lot of guys going out there and we want to play, they're going to give it to members. I'm not a member of any club, I just play. I just pay a play. That past couple of years, and I've had green fee cards, whatever, before rover cards. But nah, I'll not be going out. I'll leave it for a couple of months yet. Probably not this season, to be fair. Maybe go out at night for a couple of rounds. I don't know. Sometimes I go out on the course, but shh. All right, what we doing today? This is I think my 3rd time attempting this. It's a pretty brutal course for me anyway. I've found it quite challenging. Fair play to the guy. So the course I'm doing is Woodford Golf and Country Club. It's by Wood92, who submitted it to me on the TGCTours forum. So I've got a wee section on there where you can submit your course directly to me, or private message me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram if you can, and just give me a rundown of the course. If you want to see your video on this, or your course on this, then now I'll be honest with you, I'm targeting towards guys who haven't got a lot of exposure, right? So see if you're a big name guy, go and email me anyway or message me, because I've got plans for something in the future which I'll talk to you about in a wee second. I'm just going to load this course up anyway. I'm doing green tee 7,553 and the pin 3 as usual. He actually told me to go for pin 3. I don't know if it's because he watched my videos, or he said pin 3 and 4 he tends to try and make it a wee bit more difficult, and that's what I go for. So we're playing firm fairways, firm greens, firm fast green speed. It's a killer, a proper killer. You need to be very, very good with your aiming. I'm just going to call this, if I get below 5 over, I'm going to be happy, but we'll see. So, if you've not got a massive amount of exposure, if you've recently just made your first course, whatever it may be, hit me up, let me know, and I'll do something. I'm not wanting to go for the guys which get mass exposure on the minute their course, because you've got hundreds of guys reviewing it and things. That's not my cup of tea. You guys will do well. But get in contact with me anyway, because as I said, probably in about 3 or 4 weeks time maybe, I'm going to be trying something new. So I'm going to be trying where we get more established designers, and I'll do like an interview based kind of situation. So it'll be like this, but we'll have a headpiece on, you can hear them, I'll be playing their course, they'll be watching my screen, and we can ask directed questions from you guys to them, and they'll answer it as we're going round. So if you've maybe played the course, or you want a specific thing about bunkers, greens, stands, whatever it is, I'll be able to ask them, and you guys will get the direct answer. So keep an eye out for that. Get subscribed, get liking out the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter, and all that. So anyway, right, hole 1, 336 yards, par 4, stroke index 11. One thing I would definitely say about this course is he's put a lot of effort into quite challenging greens, right? So you get into this kind of false sense of security that you are doing okay, that you've got an okay drive, and then you're playing a shot into the green, and then all of a sudden it rolls off the back, and it does whatever it is. It's a bit of a killer, really a bit of a killer. So it's challenged me the past couple of rounds. As it says, I've done a couple of rage quits on them. Had some technical issues like I always do, but we'll see. Okay, so 89, let's take it the full way. Let's see how we get on. So I don't know how you guys feel about actually getting out and playing physical golf. I'm no keen on it now. As much as I want to get out of the house and get something done, I would rather go a nice walk at night time round the course, but we'll see. Okay, so 9 foot down, these are one of these challenging putts. It's really, really difficult. You know, it's you need to be aggressive. You can't be shy, but if you be aggressive, you're down the bottom there. But we'll see what we can muster up. Saying I'm being aggressive and I play a wee dinky shot like that, but so you'll see today I'm putting a wee bit more extreme putts. I'm putting a wee bit more onto my putts than I normally would. Simple fact is I had to be look at previous videos, had to be look at previous rounds as well. Missing a lot of putts. I'm actually losing out on probably about 6 or 7 shots around just on silly putts. So I'm going to be trying different things with my putting. I'm going to be looking to take the aim out a lot more to help the ball come in. I don't think I give it enough. I think I'm more of an aggressive player to the hole, not giving it enough and trying to push it in rather than let it feed in. So great architecture, absolutely great. Great use of bushes. You can see at the bottom of the trees here, he's got the wee bushes around the trees. It's just wee simple things like that which I think are absolutely great. You'll see the green work on here. You'll see that the flag is on a flat spot, and then anywhere else on the flag, on that green, is just torture. Absolute torture. So I have been caught out a couple of times with this tree that I've been stuck behind it, but I'm going to try and feed it as much as I can through that alleyway. So I'm hoping the fade that I've put on, it's just going to hold it up enough, which it seems to have done, but I don't think I might. I'm okay for distance, alright. That's actually a better shot than a half it. So lies, not too bad. That tree really comes into play. You can see if you're behind that, I've tried drawing it, I've tried fading it, I've punched through. It's been a nightmare. So you can be aggressive if you want. Wood92 is obviously tailored this to Masters clubs, right? He has said that the 3 pin positions he's done are for the kind of beginners, pro and master clubs. When I say that I play pro clubs, he says, oh, we'll play off a middle tee, and I say, I always play back tee, and it's not because I'm better at big balls and I want to show you that I can play. It's just because I like the challenge. I want to show you guys the full extent of the course. So it's definitely tailored to more masters clubs, which I get, I respect, because everybody should be playing masters clubs, or that's what they should be going to. So I get that. Okay, so I'm just going to take this 6 and I'm hoping it's not going to roll off. I actually think it might, and it hopefully should leave as we sat about 164, so we should be left with a kind of sub 100 shot into the green, which should be ideal as long as we keep it on this fairway, which, depending on the kick, yeah, we're alright. Right, so I think we're about 98 yards. 101, right, so I was on the wrong side here. 101, but up 26. Okay, so what was that? What was the 24? We're again 8, right, so we're up 8. So, playing about 109. So the 106 probably might be... I think 106 with a D-loft is probably going to be more sensible. Taking into consideration the wind, and we've got a left to right. So, let's see how we go on with this. Nah, didn't feel good. Don't even need to look at the indicator already know. So I have completely and utterly overshot that, but get the kind of safety of the ridge there. But you will see as we get on through the holes, it really does become a challenge. You know, you need to land in quite a prominent position to the pin anyway. So starting off left to right, it's not going to make any, well, it will make an effect, but it's not going to be much on the putting as long as we're looking from about here. So situation like that, if you've got one or two lines that are affecting it, I'll be honest with you, they're not going to, because your pace is going to be up because you're 33 feet here, so just take it away for them. Just take them out of the equation and then look at the rest of it and work off that. Okay, so I think we're uphill. That should probably be right. Again, I'm just giving it a wee bit more than I should. So see if you'll see me being happy about missing above the cup. That's going to be my good miss tonight. So it's going to be a wee bit more pacier than normal in missing above the cup. That turned in. That was wild. That was wild. Was not expecting to pull that off. As I just said to you, I'm more than happy to miss above the cup, but I did not expect it to hit a full 90-degree turn and go in. So I had this hole in the course, hole 366 yards, par 3. Well protected with this bunker. You've got a ridge on the left hand side which does feed down to the hole. Any miss left is a bonus. It is going to kick down. What you don't want to do is carry too much pace on it and then it rolls round the back of the pin and actually comes off the green that way. So, as I said, you've got the wind in your favour the day, but when it's playing a left to right, you're struggling to set it up that left. But we're going to see. We're going to see. As I said, I'm not going to be playing for an 11 mile per hour because I'll be about here. I think I'm going to be playing just off the aiming circle and just allowing that feed into the hole. Yeah, so see, if you can just look at the left side of the cup, it is all feeding down there, so a miss over there is fine. And that's what I'm playing for. So we're up 7, so let's take it to about 166, right? On 100, say about 165, just pushing the 6, right? 165 is going to be playing ideal on that. I'm just going to take the loft down a touch and see what we can do. Right, so I'm not confident with that. 11, right, that should be okay there. So I'm just out the aiming circle. So I've pushed that, seriously pushed that, but hopefully if it hits the rough you don't get much action, but see what I mean? Well, round the back of the hole and it actually becomes quite a severe miss, but shorter back means it feeds in, but it's probably the better side to miss this cup because short, long is not helpful. Okay, so let's have a wee look. So I'm imagining this, as I've said before in my beginners video, some of you might not have watched because they're beginners clubs, but I imagine not as lines, I don't imagine them as dots, I imagine them as a blanket, I imagine it as a sea or a river that's actually flowing water and my ball's getting rolled across it. And that's, I'm trying to visualise how it's going to move that. So I physically imagine hitting my ball and how much it's going to curve in by, so I'm probably going to need just a wee bit more. Right, so as you can see, it's quite an extreme putt, right, I'm quite left here. And we're playing 18, right? So it's one of these ones that you're not playing the full pace of the hole. Oh, again I've missed the top side of the cup. I'm happy with that, I'm okay with that. Probably would have been better if I actually controlled the speed. I think we probably would have been in the cup there, but... Right, so I'm taking into consideration this and I'm going to try and hit the full 8. And I'm going to try and get that 8 mil and it didn't tuck in. Again, just a bit pacey. So all it is just a bit pacey. So going through quite a bit of changes, my swing, quite a bit of changes, my putting, quite a bit of changes with everything really. How I'm holding it, I'm noticing since doing these beginner tips, it is bleeding on quite a lot into what I'm doing now, because it's just basics. It is just basics. And I probably should have stayed in the beginners clubs a wee bit longer, but they were giving me too much an advantage, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I changed over, because it's definitely giving me this. So beautiful use. You can just see the wee small things like the buildings, that path going down the left, green heavily protected by bunkers, and look what we've got. A centralised pin location. Any miss on this green is a miss. Right? You are a pin seeker on this, or you're off. It's as simple as that. And look what we've got in hands. We're sitting with a driver, and it's going to be an aggressive hole. Right? So it's 308 yards. Whether or not your Masters clubs, if you're comfortable enough carrying that, it's up to you if you want to do that. Personally, I would be always laying short on this, especially a pin 3 position. Okay, so we're sitting with a 13 mile per hour. I don't think it's going. It's down. What's it down? It's down about 59 to the edge, so I think I'm just going to be safe. Just play a slight draw onto here, and just allow a slight draw, not a full button, and just allow the wind to hold that up. And I'm more than happy. You can see how high that is going. That's going to just come down like a stone. Right, so we've got quite a heavy amount, but we're sitting in a decent point of the fairway, and just going to allow us to attack that pin. And it gives us more of a central wind direction as well. So we're up 7, so we're playing about 93 yards. Again 93, but let's take the 13 into it, right? So probably sitting in a headwind about 13. Let's play 10 just to be sure, right? So for 93, it's about 103. 106 should be fine. I'm just going to take the loft down on it and just allow that to come in. So again, a miss over the pin is fine, because a miss before the pin is a bit of a no-go. So if you're pin high, you are onto a winner. But he's done a fantastic course here, and definitely worth the challenge. The 2 or 3 times that I've played this, I've always felt that the misses that I'm making, the problems that I get myself into, are complete and utterly caused by me. There's been nothing I can say, oh, I like that there. That was pure and utter me. Complete and utterly me. Too pacey, too wide, my fault. And then I'm still going to be left with a horrendous putt. So this isn't a flat green. You're not going to find a flat green on this course. So if you're wanting an easy ride, then give that enough. And that's the ones I hate. Going below the cup, no giving it enough, and you've probably just got enough juice. So if you want an easy ride during the course, don't pick this. Pick this for a challenge. You know, see what you can do. Come back in a couple of weeks, see what you can do again. See what you can do. He does have a couple of courses. I'm going to be, in my private time, I'm going to be checking them out. You know, I definitely want to be seeing what he's hitting out with, because I'm heavily impressed with this. Heavily. Just the standard bunker shapes. He's used some texturing with the lines rather than just the sponge, as I call it. But that lake you might not think comes into play, but it's that psychology playing over something into it. Even though it's a game, you've still got that psychology. So a ridged green here running off the back. Again, you're pin high or else you're failing. So we're probably not going to be too affected by this bunker, because we should hopefully be able to stay away from it with the wind. But again, if you're playing Masters clubs and you're not hitting them quite right, you're going to be in that. The problem is with that bunker is your next bunker at the side of the green is completely and utterly in place. So we'll see. I'm probably going in this. Might be lucky, or might not be. Right, so let's see what happens. So you've got a couple of options where you can run it if you want, right? You can see what you can do and try and take that. Personally, with a 73% max lie, I'm not going to be taking that at the green, right? No chance. I'm going to be doing a simple layup, and I'm going to be playing it as much as I can, as safe as I can. I'm not interested in, what am I doing? I'm not even looking at this. 174, that's going to take about 22, so it'll be about 160 in. Let's see. Let's just get it out. So again, you've got a fairway bunker that destroys the hole. Complete and utterly destroys the hole. It's big enough that you're going to get a plugged ball into it. You're not going to get a fairway and run in. So, like me, you're chipping out and you're bringing it on. But it's a favoured. Look at the green, right? We're running down. You catch that down slope and you're off. But again, look at the back of it. It runs up to a lip. So you run up the back and then it pushes it off to the side. Kills you twice. So the design of it's absolutely fantastic. I don't know if things like this are accident. If they're not, fair play. If they're accident, keep them up. You know, do what you're doing because it's definitely working. So down 3, so 155, 154 is going to be okay, and with that wind, so I'm just going to de-loft it just to make sure that we are going to be clearing the ridge. That's all I'm concerned about. Maybe what I should have done is taken it to the 7 iron and de-loft it, and actually use the control of the spin for the hill and let it come down. That's maybe another option as well. You'll see you get a wee bit of action here. It's not going to be a lot, but use that if you're good enough with your irons. Get your de-loft on and bring it down. So a putt like this, put the wrong pace on it, you're off the back of the green. Put the wrong angle on it, you're off. You know, you need to get a mixture of a decent angle and a fantastic pace, and it's very, very difficult. You know, these kind of 30 to 60 foot putts, so just get it close to the hole, but you know, what can you do? So we'll see what's playing. I'm going to just be, as I said, a wee bit more extreme than I normally do, but as I said, I'm happy to miss that top side. Probably more pace than that I should have put on, but it's ran the full exact length, and you saw that I gave it too much, but that's fine. I'll happily do that. So I asked a wee while ago that I was trying to get some feedback for you guys about what you would like to see. I had a couple of comments about more tours, more kind of TGCTours stuff. The online matchmaking is going to be coming back. Whether I keep doing that on a Sunday, I don't know. Or the Monday matchmaking. I might release one tomorrow. Well, what day is it now? This is... I don't even know what day it is. I genuinely don't even know what day it is. This is still Sunday, right? So this video is going to be going out on Monday. So, I'll see what I can do. Maybe do a Monday night. There's been a couple of videos that went out twice a day, but I'm going to try and cut that down. But give me feedback. Give me what you guys want to see, because I'll just make videos. So, say I've got a couple of games there as well. You know, I've got a couple of different games that I can play. I've got the steering wheel there. That's a poor drive. I physically said to myself, don't get it down that right side into that bunker, and I feel as if I'd pushed my controller that way. It's just typical, innit? Anyway, I've got the steering wheel there, I've got Gran Turismo, it's going to maybe do a bit of a FIFA campaign. I'm not a football mind, I like football, but I don't, it's no something I would normally bother. Just a wee question though for anybody out there. Why does the lie percentage change when you're flicking through clubs? Shouldn't it always be the same? Right, so obviously with a putter there, as far as I'm concerned, that's how much of the ball is exposed. So regardless of your club, the ball exposure is going to be the same. So I don't know if maybe that's how much of the ball you're able to hit above there. I don't know. Somebody could answer, that'd be ideal. Right, so we're up about 10, so it's playing about 180, but we're obviously going to need to take about kind of... So the hybrids, I doubt we're going to get much action out of this, but we'll see. It's an okay miss if we fall short, but... Nah, going to probably tail it a bit. Oh no, we're not, it's come out quite hot. That should be okay. Again, going to be another horrendous putt. If it stays up, it'll be better than it will, but it's still going to be pretty horrendous. Alright, so as you can see, we're straight into a heavy runner. Hitting the amber at some points there, and then it evens out a wee bit. So the majority of your distance is going to be calculated up here. But as I've said before in previous videos, is you don't need to compensate so much for roll when you've got the pace on. So just like in real golf, it physically runs over the pace, runs over the direction, and you'll get a little bit of movement. So you need to take that into consideration. If this was a full way, I'd be up that hill. You know, if that was that full same angle, I would be straight up that hill. But get the feel for it. Just visually have a look at it, see what's happening, and imagine that ball rolling in. Right, so I think that's probably going to be quite decent, just about here, and it is playing 62 feet. So not enough, and pace again was pretty good. So take that, we're then going to be having just a decent putt here. So putting okay tonight, it's alright. We've been left with some really challenging long putts, and I feel it so not easy by any means. You know, I would rather see me getting 5 foot in a 60-foot putt than I would see it going in a cup, because if it goes in a cup, it's maybe just a wee bit too easy. So look at this though. Look at this, framing the fairway, excellent. Water in the right, bunkers on the left. Psychologically, I'm thinking I'm going to push my driver into that. It's like real life. This is great. This is great. As I say, I've not played any up-in positions, but that fairway, those trees really do get in the way. See your approach shot into that fairway, into that green, depending on how heavy your drive is, your approach shot into that section of the fairway, which you'll see in a wee minute, is really dictated by trying to place it in between those trees. See if you don't get your placement right, get no chance. Just redesign things like that, 10 out of 10. You'll see a lot of designers put a lot of concentration in for stuff around the fairway and stuff around the green, right? Look at that, I'm edging over there and I'm going, don't. So you'll see a lot of guys put a lot of effort into stuff around the green and round the tees. Great, I get it, that's the things that you're going to see a lot more. Seeing you're on the green, you don't, because you're putting. You see more when you're playing shots like this. If you can, guys, put more effort into things like this. Wee designs which are going to let other people know that you kind of know what you're doing, right? See if I'm missing back here, right, and I've got a shot into there, that's difficult. If I'm missing up here, I've got absolutely no chance. No chance at all. Plus, look at these trees. Look how heavily populated it is. And you're not even that far off the fairway. And the same over here. All of these line of sights are all taken up by trees. So you need to be precise. It's just silly things like this which allow the game to just be a hell of a lot more playable. So I'm taking it back quite a bit here. I'm going to be playing an 8 iron, right, and allowing that 9 iron just to coast it in just a wee bit. And I'm taking it back enough that at least if I need to, I can fly over the trees. And I'm not starting my wedge shot or my sand wedge shot before that. I don't want to be trying to get over those trees as much as I can. Angle into there is absolutely perfect. I don't need to bother about these trees. Right, let's have a look at this. So we're rolling in right to left. The wind's slightly blown left to right, about 9. So we need to add on, we need to take away about 7. Right, let's say 7. So we are 122, and what did we say? We need to take off about 7, right? So it's playing about 5, about 115, right? So 119, okay, maybe 106. I don't like that ridge. Don't like that at all, right? So let's take it 119 and loft it right up. Problem is, when you start lofting clubs up like gap wedges, it's going to be more affected by the wind. So we might be. We could find we're going over the pin here. More than likely. Let's give that a shot. That was wild. Probably wouldn't have said my swing was poor, but I probably wouldn't have said my swing. It's been fortunate, but I probably wouldn't have said my swing. He should have punished me that much with the swing, but okay. So 11 feet. Again, I'm being extreme. I know I've said it over and over and over, but I'm just, for myself, I'm just going through the process of just making sure that I'm giving it enough, more than enough. Okay, so there's my view, right? That's how my ball's going to take off from my club. I think that's enough. Probably in the region about that, okay? I'm going to try and play that 11 feet because I'm not interested in it going down the back there. That's fine. That's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm not happy, it's a bloody miss, but I'm out of missing or putting. you know, out of missing or seriously missing, you have seen my putts, and I probably don't give enough concentration. But this is what I've done. I've been missing below the cup. I'm now missing above the cup. Then so I can get the gradients. If I only know one way and I only know missing the cup below, which I'm doing a hell a lot, I don't know how much more I need to add on. I only know it needs to be more. But now I know it's not as much as what I'm doing now. So maybe next week we'll start to find we're getting into some better ground. So this is probably one of the easier greens to come into. Again, thought process isn't just slap a green, he's thought about it. There's another one of these landing zone bunkers. It's up to you if you want to take it on. Personally, I hang back. Right, I do hang back. We've got the angle here. As long, you know, if we're landing on this side here and over here, we're going to have the angle as long as we're not playing left. So if you've got a right to left wind, you're probably going to consider flying that bunker and taking it round. But I'm happy with this. I'm okay with this. I'm just going to add just a slight bit of draw on just to allow it to hold up with that wind. There's been a couple of times I've taken the driver on this and it's not been beneficial. I'm getting my extra, you know, 20 yards and I could be in the bunker. It's taking that risk into consideration. And for a par 4, you're not going to be risking much, you know, by gaining that 30 yards. But okay, it's up 35, so we're up about kind of 11, 12. Let's say 12, just to be sure. 199, let's say. So this is going to come in obviously quite hot. So I'm going to take the loft up just slightly, just to allow that. There's plenty of space at the back of the green, you know, and Wood could have been seriously punishing here, and you know, put bunkers at the back, put trees, bushes at the back, meaning that if you missed what I've done here, you're in danger. Elevated the green, had a roll off, tons of things. But I think he's kept this. These couple of holes, you'll see this. It seems to be a wee bit of a kind of design of his he's got, and it's definitely working out well. Right, so we're chipping on 8 iron. Mind we're playing the fast greens here, so we're probably going to want it to kick up just slightly. Ball's well above our feet. How much by? Yeah, quite a bit. Right, chips, you don't really get it affected massively, but it's still going to be a lot. Not massively, but it's still going to be a lot. That came out really hot. Really hot there. I should have looked at my lie a wee bit more. But we're putting. That's why I'm not a fan of the chips. You know, I'm more than happy to take the putter whenever I can. Okay, so it's okay. We're a wee bit faster in the middle there compared to when it takes off and cupping. Yeah, so that's a danger area. Right, split it into kind of 3 areas. You've got your kind of takeaway, your carry, and your drop. Your takeaway isn't really affected because that's the fastest bit. Your carry is where really you're going to be affected with the swing of the green, and your drop is really when you start getting the curls into the holes. And we're affected more with the carry here, so just need to respect it a wee bit more. Probably about here, and again I'm giving it more. Normally I would have probably had it about here, but I think that's going to be a low cup miss. So let's do a high cup miss here. High cup miss. Playing 45. I've hit that quite pacey, but see how it goes. High cup miss, I'm happy with that. So as I was saying before, you know, let me know content wise what you guys want to see. If you want to see more of these kind of course playthroughs, they're not reviews at all. I'm not qualified enough to review courses. Simply just playthroughs at a poor level, but it lets you guys see it, and it gives the guys who are making the courses just something. You know, somebody's taking a bit of time, put a video up on YouTube. They do take a bit of time. That's why I was really disgruntled last night with what I'd done, and it wasn't because of the stupidity of myself or TGCTours. TGCTours have got a policy and they run by it, and I'm glad they stuck with their guns and they didn't just say, oh well, he makes YouTube videos, we're going to, you know, put our hands down and allow him away and he can do his 4th round again. No. That wasn't my intention. So it takes time to do these videos, right? And not a lot of time, as I've seen other guys do. There's not not a massive, oh stay with your stay, that's off. There's not a stupid amount of editing, right? Really, I've got this guy that I need to sync up. I've got my audio that I do externally and the recording off this. And I sync them up and that I just let it run, that's it. But I need to watch the video. I need to watch the video through to make sure there's been no problems with the audio. I need to make sure that there's nothing I've not said. Add a bit of text in here, that kind of thing. So it does take time, and then to render it, and aye, you get it, you know what I mean, you do get it, but it's a 6, so we're up about 6, right, so it's playing about 125, that's going to be pacey, I think we've not got an option. Well, it's 81, had the bus, that's probably going to be about right, actually. I've never even looked at it live. Let's see what we can do. Right, if we just drop this on, we might be fortunate. I've pushed it right, but look at that. That's me fast, me speed up. I'm speed these up because you do get slow runs that go on for ages. The video I done last night, I was there for a bit. It was a minute and a half, and the ball was just slowly running down the green. You know, and you couldn't just say skip to shot. It was. Let's see what we've got. Right, so we've got a right to left up cup, and I believe a left to right at some point. Yeah, right here. Just by the looks of it. Right, so it looks to be pulling off left to right. Your carry sections are right to left, and then the drop of the cups are faster right to left. So here's one of these snakes. What you can do is just play it down the middle and just hit it. Right, but personally, it's very, very rare that you find a balance in these shots, so you need to pick a more prominent side, and I usually always go with what's closer to the hole, because as I said before, your carry or your pace is going to skip over the majority of a break in the first third. So I'm going to favour this side of the cup, favour the right side of the cup, and it's playing 75. I've not hit that enough, but right, so angle, pretty good there, pretty good. If I had the pace on that, that might actually have been quite a sweet putt. But as I said, let's just take it as an example. If you're plus 50 and minus 50, if you're plus 50 at the first putt, your putt, let's just sat down at about 25 and then plus 50, so you want to favour this side. Because, as I said, if you're playing quite a pacey shot, the majority of the break is going to be missed because it's skipping over it. Now, here's this hole. See, the first time I played this, right, I actually faded a shot that hit that path and landed on the fairway, right? And I've now, depending on wind, I now know that a drive carries that. On pro clubs, the drive will carry that lake. Maybe not with today's wind. Maybe not. Is it down? It's down 61. So I don't know if maybe I just put a touch of fade on and kind of favour this side. Purposely put a fast on that. It's funny because the past couple of rounds I've done, I've taken it in that left side just to be sure. And when it lands about here, and I'm thinking, oh, easy drive that. Twat. Right, so we're down 40. Okay, so that's probably going to be a wee bit better. I'm just going to bring in a draw here just to allow. I'm hoping I can get some sort of kick off that green and more of an extreme angle into that green. And I've pulled out a fast on it, so I didn't want that. Tell you what, bunker's okay. Bunker's alright here. And you'll see why. Right, and I did do this, what is it, 88 is something playing. Let's see if we can do a wee trick shot. Say a trick shot, but 13. Come back down. Wrong side of the hole. That's fine. So you do have a bit of a more, an easier putting angle from this side than you do. As I said, the bunker's not a bad miss. Below cup. It's just something about missing them. Don't know what it is. I think it's just because you feel in your cell you've not given it enough break. And the distance was good and you've not given it enough. Whereas see when you miss above the cup, you know you've given it too much break. That's personally your own fault. But see when you've not given it enough break, it's like you've not read it properly. It's as if you failed at doing what you're meant to do, and that's read the putt. Whereas if you give it too much, it's as if you've overread it. So, psychology in it. Hole 11, 475 yards, par 4, stroke index 12. Quite an inviting green, this one. Angles seem to look as if they're fading down into the hole, but it's not as much as you would think. Right, so again, a couple of options here. Master clubs, you can fly over that bottleneck and you can really take it away. Pro clubs here, you've got two options. Driver is not one of them. You can take it right back and take about a kind of 200 yard shot into the green, or you can try your 5-wood. I was going to say 3, but you can do a bit of 5-wood here and hopefully try and contain your shot to keeping the distance as much as you can, but you've not got much, especially with the pro clubs here, because it's look at, you know, he's used these tall trees for a reason. So 236, I'm probably realistically not going to be carrying the full green. What I don't want to do is play it this side because of the bunker shape. I want to play it this side where, okay, I've got the hill. If I do hit that hill, it could bounce into the cup or towards the cup, but there's more green to land on. That's my only thingy. But again, you know, is that tree going to come into effect? Don't know. Yes, it is. So there we go. And I am not going to say it negative apart from well done, mate. Stuff like that is the design that you want. You want guys to be spending time knowing the flight of a golf ball, knowing that if he hits a specific, or if I hit a specific shot, it's going to mean my ball isn't going to go the green. It's going to mean it's going to land in the bunker. So bunker placement, tree height, you know, you can't fault that. Cannot fault that at all. That's what the designer's there to do, and he's done that, so spot on. I think the first time I played this, it wasn't 2 thumbs you were getting, it was 2 fingers. But I get it. So look at this. I don't know what it's like to create these areas, right? I've spoke about I don't do a lot of architecture, but creating areas like that I know isn't going to be easy. So, you know, we're just going to take just a quick overview of this hole, right? Just to have a look at the detail that's went in, right? Just things that missing at the back there, those trees, right? Okay, they're the same type of tree, but you know, there's different sizes in there, different textures in there. But just having a look, beautiful hole. You know, and I think probably the only thing I would say is the water looks as if it's more of a floodplain rather than lake. It just seems as if it's the ground's been pulled, which I know that's probably how you've designed it, but it looks as if the ground's been pulled down, and that's how it's created the water, more than physically having a lake or something like that, where it's surrounded by a boundary or a kind of natural dig out the land. But look at it, it's absolutely stunning, you know. And again, you know, you're not going to be, you think that's quite an inviting looking green, but look at it. You know, it's hellish, absolutely hellish. Right, so we're down 4 feet, and I don't like taking woods into greens. Right, so 213 yards, playing 219. Let's see what front of that green is. 195. So I'm going to be straight up here. I'm going to take my hybrid in here, right? And I'm just going to allow it to, hopefully, if I can get some deal loft on there, get some run, and hopefully allow. Right, this is actually working out not too bad. It would probably be a bit more pacey than I thought. If I played it just full standard club, it probably would have been a wee bit better. But just to get that and feed it in. And again, you can see that's where the care and considerations come into his pin selection. Because you can just throw pins anywhere. It's alright just to throw pins anywhere, but if you're playing a pin which is going to be, I'll get up, if you're going to play a pin which is going to be affected by the curvature of the greens, then you know that they've done a wee bit of effort. Okay, so if I'm trying to miss the top of the cup, I'm going to be there. If I'm missing below the cup, I'm probably about here. So probably about here, I would say, is going to be... Right, we're getting there with the putt. Right, I'm feeling what a top cup miss, what a bottom cup miss. So, trying to get that middle. Working out okay. Okay, hole 13, 393 yards, par 4, stroke index 6. It's one of the ones that dog legs left to right, slightly uphill as well. Again, bunkers into play for any driving. But you're not wanting to miss down the right. Any miss is ideally going to be on the left if you can. Okay, so just have a look at this green. I did, on my first or second round here, play at the back of the green, and it did have high loft on it. Came scooting down and right off the front into a bunker. It will happen. It does happen. Okay, so wind's favouring this to take it over, so we can be a wee bit more risky with the fade. Okay, drive. That's that. That's okay. That's decent. Well, didn't want it to come down in that bunker because it's already a hellish shot as it is. Right, so we're up at about 11 here, so it's 132, sorry. 132, wind going this way, and I'm going to de-loft it slightly. It's coming in a wee bit more. If it sits pin high, it'll be fine. Just short of pin high, so we're alright. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, it's a full on, so takeaway is not affected, your carries more, and then it slows back down again at the hole. Okay, so if I was wanting to miss, high side is going to be about here. If I was wanting to miss, low side's about here. So about there should be cup. Yep. That's alright. Keep getting emails this stupid time of night. It's 12:15. It's my kid's primary school. Emailing me at 12:15. I think it's getting a wee bit edgy because with this kind of lockdown and things like that, we don't know what it's like for you guys, but in Scotland, there was stuff meant to be sent out for kids to do, right? And my youngest, Layla, she did get a pack sent out, but it had like empty jotters and empty maths jotters, lined paper and stuff like that. No a great amount of stuff for exercises, but the week that it was announced the lockdown, I went into Waterstones, I picked myself up a bunch of books, and I just happened to be passing the weekend education section. I must have spent about £70 on getting the girls' books. Daisy, there was different ones. I actually got them a coding book as well, so they can learn about kind of JavaScript coding, which I thought was fantastic. It's Carol Vorderman that does them, strangest to people. And not that Carol Vorderman's strange, she's an absolute darling, but somebody I would definitely still be breastfeeding with if I had a chance. We'll keep that in the down low. So I picked them up a bunch of books, and they've just been working on them, and we'll go through them. And when I finished the chapter of the book, I just changed the answers and changed the questions slightly, but it kind of remains the same. But they're really, really good. But no much for the school. Daisy's had nothing at all. And I think there's a website being set up and all that, but the website's not been working, and it's up to the teacher to update it, and just make your own. Tons of stuff out there. You've got Bite Size, you've got Open University, there's all this stuff that you can do. Okay, so we're down 5. So 133, let's say. 132, is that 5? Aye. We're going to be over 10. I'm not wanting to do the full 10 wind. I would rather miss, right? Right, let's go for the pin. Let's just go for the pin. We're sitting 5 over, so we're sitting where our target was. It's 132. What is the green like? For some reason I can't really place my finger on this hole. That's going to miss right anyway. I said it's an okay miss if we do, but... So you'll probably see I'm just being a wee bit more aggressive with the weight tonight. I'm definitely not laying up short. The simple fact is there's a lot of holes you can't. You know, you're playing bunker about 5 foot away from the front of the green, so you've got no chance. Right, so one of these hellish uphill right to left putts, right, the ones that we actually hate in real life, because anytime you're playing up a hill, it seems to kind of make its own rules. If it would slow down, right. So I'm just taking up to the top of the hill first of all. I'm not looking at the full run. Right, so there's the hole. Is that right? That's the hole there, right? So up to the brow of that hill is probably about here. And the rest looks to be maintaining with a slight bit more. Okay. And again, this is one of the difficult ones because your player's actually blocking. It becomes a bit of a blind shot. But let's see. See what we can do. What is this, 60 foot? Nah, just didn't hit it with the pace. I'm holding off because the pace, it's just for the just for the pace of the greens. I'm so wary about taking it off the back and turning a par putt into a chip double bogey. No, I don't want it at all. Okay, so that's another one dropped. So we're sitting at a +6 here, but let's see if we can try and bring it back a wee bit. Hole 15, 320 yards, par 4. Stroke index 16, right? So he described this one to me as being the one that you can take the gamble if you want, and that is by doing a massive draw round the corner. He says it paid off for him once, and he got it really, really quite close. Don't know what pin set he was using. We've got a bowl green, right? So you can probably be a wee bit more gambly if you want. The pro clubs do reach depending on wind. Today's wind, they're not going to reach, right? So you need to kind of make a choice as to what you want to do. I'm still going to go for it. I'm still going to... I think it was about the G, what I hit last time, and aim in between the trees. Is that going to be a bit right? Yeah. Right. I think I'm going to put a fast on this just to try and give it a bit more pace. That's fine. So I was never going to get as close as I could because of that wind, but if you've got a right to left wind or you've got a tailwind or anything like that, go for it. Masters clubs, you're probably going to get there regardless. Okay, so 81, that's probably going to be okay, right? I'm going to take the gamble, deal off in that, and just allowing that hill, if I can get up there, just allowing that hill to bring me back down. Oh, get up. Oh, see, it's not going to miss that much, but that's fine. So sitting at 89. think I've got to, haven't I? Just use that. I thought it was going to stop dead there. That's fine. It's a better side to miss this hole on. Top side though, so I'm saying I'm not annoyed, but I'm pure raging. You know when I miss the putt, but it's just that combination of pace and break, and you know you can ask a guy to play the same putt 20-30 times and it's not going to look the same. You'll get all different, you know, variations, distribution of lines. Hole 16, 493 yards, par 4, stroke index 4. I'm just checking the time, so we're getting quite heavy on the videos here, so we'll try and speed up a wee bit. I don't mind spending a wee bit more on the kind of course playthroughs, just because it is me waffling on, but it's not about something random. You know, it's somebody's course, somebody's dedication, their baby that they've put a bit of time in, and then I come and play a stupid round and sit with 7 over. Right. 5, I'm going to take 3 wood here, definitely, just for that. I don't think I'm even going to reach. Nah. That's fine. What was this, par 4? It's a 93. That'll do. Okay, so we've dropped another one. No, we've not. We're preempting a bogey, but kept the par. Kept the par. So I went back to my boring clothes on this. I kind of ran out of shocking ideas. I was trying to do my thumbnail along with the colours that were in my clothes, but just gets a bit tedious after a while, so I'll have a wee break and just keep it plain. Okay, hole 17, 502 yards, par 4, stroke index 2. Right, so we've got a wee bit of a tailwind as well, so we can take a bit of a gamble here and play the fairway draw. Just going to hopefully try and favour the left side of the draw fairway, which it's not happened at all. If this better sit down. No, that's another poor miss. Really poor miss. Okay, so 67 hybrid. Nah, there's no chance I'm getting out with that. So, unfortunately, to be boring and play safe. Up 24, let's just say it's up 10, so it's 139. 143. Let's do this, right? De-loft and use that bank. That was meant to be a fast that went on it. Meant to be a fast that went onto that, but pulled out a perfect. I think it was about a 1 mile per hour away, but right. Okay, so recording did just stop, but brought it back in again. It's just that we hit the hour mark, so. Right, come back down. Right, so I think we need to hit the halfway side. Okay, yeah, that's a wee bit better. Right, so it's not a full ridge. fine. Okay, so last hole. Finishing up with a strong par 5, hole 18, 535 yards, par 5, stroke index 18. Great use of water. Landing zone for driver for pro clubs is literally the front of that fairway. And then your approach shot's going to be up in the ridge here, and then you've still got quite a lengthy approach into the green. Green's not, amazingly difficult, but again, sloping off right side, sloping off back right side as well. So anything other than a kind of pin high shot is a miss. Right, so we've got the wind fortunate in our favour of the day. Just going to take loft up slightly. I know the loft I don't think affects pulling into the wind. It should. Like a WGT game, if you loft it up, you seem to take the wind a wee bit more. So that's a lengthy drive. When that wind's in your face, I would, anything above 10 mile an hour, I'd be considering pulling it back and even laying up in your driver shot. Okay, so 32 yards, so we're up at about 11, right? So it's playing about 140. That wind is taking it down to about 130, so, 230. So let's say the 233 is going to be okay. I'm just taking it over a wee bit because of the lie we've got. And we've pulled it right. But that probably would have been okay. Hit that ridge, that's alright. Don't mind missing it at that backside. This is one where you can just bring on your par. No need to be chipping this. Right, so we're in easy, starting off right left. Right, so starting off left right, and then it goes into a right left, and then it's a left right for the majority. Just favouring about a cup out from your right left here. And it's playing 32. That's probably about 37. Oh, I see how we kick away at the end. That's a fair putt. Okay, so we pull away the birdie there. So, Wood92, thanks very much for your submission. And again, anybody that passes course submissions over to me, I'd seriously appreciate it. And thanks for thinking of me to do your videos. If you haven't already done so, anybody out there, subscribe. I have noticed a wee bit of an increase recently on my subscribers and views and likes and things like that, so I don't know if maybe something's changed recently that I'm getting out to a wee bit more. If you don't mind, if you can maybe just give me a wee share, give the page a share, give a video a share, give something a share, or maybe just tell people this is what I'm doing. I'm going to keep continuing doing videos as much as I can, certainly now while I'm off uni, and when I've got a wee bit of time in my hands, I'm going to be pumping out as much videos and as much kind of support for as many guys as I can out there. So get shared, tell people what I'm doing, get people to send me a message and tell me about their course, and get the name out there. It's not your standard kind of gaming video, it's more interactive with you guys. It's going to be more about you guys tell me to do, what content you are telling me to do, and I'm the stupid arse that puts the face out there and does it. Hopefully a wee bit of ridiculous chat and stories. So hope it's been okay. Double thumbs up, not fingers, double thumbs up today. Never hit a +5, but I knew I was going to be in that region. So again, for all you tools that message me and say that I don't deserve to be playing or posting videos out, I don't claim to be good, mate. I did say if I get +5 I'll be happy. So this isn't about me trying to break any records here, it's just about me doing a video that you guys can say there's my course on that video, and it's as simple as that. So my videos go out to an okay amount of people. Do what you can do, so give it a share, give it a like, tell people, and if you haven't already done so, hit the wee subscribe button down below, because it makes a wee specky guy quite happy when I see that somebody is taking the time out of their day to subscribe to me. So 10 out of 10, and well done, genuine well done. I would never have said this was an amateur course or anything like that. So let me know what you guys want to see, let me know if there's videos you want to try out, me to post out, if there's specific things you are working on, you want to see more of, let me know. it's your channel as much as it is mine. It's your courses and your content that I'm making videos off of. So hit me up and let me know. So take care of yourselves, be safe, and misbehave as much as you can as normal. And I will catch you in the next video, whatever that'll be. I don't know, not figured it out yet. I don't really work out, by the way. It's just fat arms. Before anybody asks, this isn't muscle. This is complete and utter flab. So yeah, have fun and appreciate you tuning in. So, okay, bye. Okay, bye. Cheers.